Gay Pagan Haven Q&A, the story behind the channel. Hey there, my magical misfits. Brightwolf here, and welcome back to Gay Pagan Haven. Today's video is a little different. We're pulling back the curtain and diving into some questions you've been asking about me and this channel, and will be shorter than most of my videos. Ever wondered why I started GPH? Curious about the face behind the AI-generated videos? Want to know more about my spiritual journey? Well, you're in luck. In this Q&A session, we'll cover the origins of Gay Pagan Haven and why it exists, my decision to use AI in our videos, how I approach script writing, a little about who I am and my background in paganism, and more. So grab your favorite magical brew, get comfy, and let's dive into these questions. Remember, this channel is as much yours as it is mine, so let's keep our community growing together. Ready? Let's begin our Q&A journey. Questions and answers. Why did I create GPH? To be honest, this is the fourth or fifth incarnation of GPH. I originally created it because, when I was first getting into Wicca and neo-paganism, resources for the gay community were extremely limited or non-existent, so I was left with heteronormative information, which, don't misunderstand, was a great start. With authors like Scott Cunningham, Janet, and Stuart Farrar, and others, there was some great base information to start with. Now, the radical fairies were a thing back then, but they were more just counterculture and not a spiritual belief system, though many in RF were pagan. So I wanted to create something with the community in mind, and more specific, the gay male community. I love our lesbian sisters, but let's be honest, the Dianic tradition has been around for ages. I created the first GPH website on GeoCities, showing my age a bit, but some of those pages can still be found. My first intent was to create an all-male coven, per se, but finding enough gay men that were into Wicca at that time, not to mention in my immediate area, was not happening. So the website was born. Now in 2024, I have tried to create a virtual coven of gay pagans with a lean towards Wiccan beliefs, and thus was the start of the Gay Pagan Haven. Why I use AI for my videos? I use AI due to the fact that I work for a state government of an extremely conservative state, and I am in a leadership role. GPH is not a money-making venture, therefore protecting my livelihood while pursuing my passion is a necessity. I will leave that as is. Some of you will believe me, some won't. I can't control that. All I can do is state my truth. Do I use AI to write my scripts? The direct answer to this is no. I do not use AI to write my scripts. However, I do use AI to add the final polish on them, to make them more understandable and coherent. Some of my writing can be pretty wordy, and my lack of use of punctuation can sometimes be an issue. My past English teachers would not be happy. Who am I? I'm going to write this like a profile. Here we go. My name is Chaz, spelled with an S because there is no Z in Charles, aka Brightwolf. Likes: oceans, water, trees, outdoors, camping, friends, driving with no destination in mind, and nighttime. Dislikes: stereotyping, hate, bigotry, cement, and people that do not respect themselves, others, or the earth. I have been on a spiritual quest all my life. First, in my very young days, I thought for sure I would be a priest, my family being Roman Catholic and all. I studied for a while at seminary, UFMCC and Virginia Theological, but realized I could not reconcile my natural sexuality in the church, so I fell away from the Christian faith. I found a group of Alexandrians and began to study working my way to the second degree. I have a tattoo that is a forever reminder of that day. But at the time, many traditions forced you to work with a partner of the opposite gender, and that seemed as wrong to me as much as the church preaching I was going to hell, because I am gay. So I left the name Brightwolf. Well, many years ago I was in a class at a friend's shop, the Shaken Tree, in Rockville, Maryland, and afterward the instructor, Elsbeth, looked at me and said something to the effect of, "You have a twin spirit, you shine like the moon, but I see the wolf in you too." Lunar wolf seemed a little redundant to me, so I have been using Brightwolf ever since. Oh, and she was speaking of the free-spirited, communicative, is that a word? Pack-orientated wolf. Not the big bad type. I have had the opportunity to take classes led by Janet and Stuart Farrar, Orion Foxwood, Isaac Bonewitz, and others. I was the first WLPA, Witches League for Public Awareness, representatives in Arizona. Man, how many years ago was that? And I believe the first Arizona sponsor of the Witch's Voice, or Witch Vox. Fritz and Ren are great people with huge hearts. I found my original sponsor card the other day, and it says sponsor number 22. Man, that makes me feel old. And there you have it, me and Gay Pagan Haven in a nutshell. I'm sure there are more questions out there, and I invite you to either leave a comment with the question, ask in our Discord, or message me on Twitter. I still can't bring myself to call it X. Before you go, like and subscribe if you want to support the channel. It really helps to get the word out there. Again, I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'm glad you have embraced me and the Gay Pagan Haven as much as you have. Let's keep this channel and community growing. With love and light, this is Brightwolf signing off. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again. Blessed be.